And then the only other thing I could find was, I guess I'm talking too much. My wife's coming along for the ride today. Thanks. Well, good morning and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who have never seen my videos before, this channel is dedicated to motorcycle traveling, camping, exploring, any kind of adventure I can get into. So if you're interested for 2021, just subscribe and follow along. 2021, I'll be focusing riding in British Columbia, Canada. The borders are still closed, so I think it's a good time to explore my backyard all over again. And we'll see how far we can get in Western Canada in 2021. So what we decided to do is today we're going to go look for St. Alice's Well. Gonna go see if we can find St. Alice's Well. I have a little story behind that, but I'll tell you when we get a little bit closer. Until we get there, enjoy the ride. I like this point when you're heading east out of Vancouver and Mount Baker finally shows up, and it's kind of, for me, it's the gateway that I'm getting out of town. It's a great day out here for early March in the lower mainland. We just hit 14 degrees Celsius on the highway and it's just noon, so it's a great day to go for a ride. We just entered into the district of Kent. So we're now entering the village of Harrison Hot Springs. So this village was actually incorporated in 1949. It really wasn't that long ago. But they have a little bit of a different history to it also, but I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. So here we are at St. Alice's Well, which is better known as Harrison Hot Springs. There's the Harrison Hot Springs Hotel right behind us. So right on Harrison Lake, and we're going to be taking a hike here to Whippoorwill Point. Now, why did I call it St. Alice's Well? Actually, that's what this area used to be called before the name change to Harrison Hot Springs. So this is St. Alice's source well. This is what was discovered back in, I think it was 1858, I think. Now, if memory serves me right, I think at the source it's 60 degrees Celsius is the water. So here we are at the entrance to, it says there, Sandy Cove Trail. So this is where we're going to go to Whippoorwill Point on this trail. So this is the main trail. No wonder they say most people turn back after the source well on the trail guide.
Yeah.
Cheers. So the history behind St. Alice's Well that I was able to find dates back to 1855, I guess, when there was a boat of miners, gold miners, that were coming through a set of rapids somewhere on Harrison River, close to the lake here. And I guess they capsized. And they were in fear that they were going to get into water that's too cold, hypothermia, and that would be it. And they ended up in the water, and the water was hot, to their surprise. In 1858, it was the governor of British Columbia at the time, James Douglas, I think it is. They found the source well, and he named it after his daughter, St. Alice. So St. Alice's Well, that's where it came from. And then when the railway came through here in 1886, they opened up the first hotel here, and it was called St. Alice's Hotel also. So the whole area became known as St. Alice's Well. And then it eventually turned over to Harrison Hot Springs, but I can't find out the date of when it changed names. But the other fact that I found out is, I guess Alice Douglas, she was a bit of a flirt back in those days, and she ended up eloping and went with her husband down to the States, and she actually never set foot here. So then sometime after that, it changed to Harrison. Now, it was named after the director of Hudson's Bay Company, Benjamin Harrison. So he got his name on this resort area called Harrison Hot Springs. And again, it's kind of funny that one of the prominent places in BC, named after Benjamin Harrison, and he's actually never stepped foot in North America. He was over in Europe the whole time, but he got the place named after him. Kind of funny how they name these places, but that's the way it was. And then the only other thing I could find was, I guess I'm talking too much, is the village of Harrison Hot Springs got incorporated in 1949. So I guess that's when it became official. So I guess this is Harrison River here. Doesn't look like rapids to me. But maybe to those guys who capsized, they had a good tall story about it. Well, we made it all the way to Whippoorwill Point. It was a little bit more of a hike than I thought it was, but it sure is nice when you get here. You see the color of the water behind us.
Behind.
There.
Behind us.
Behind us. There we go. There.
He forgets that there's an us sometimes.
And it's funny, once we got here, we saw this marker, and we can't figure out what this marker is, but it's got a wind symbol on it. It might not show up on the camera. It looks a little dark. And then it's dated down here, 2001. Then it's got a bunch of symbols. Anyhow, it's the mystery of Whippoorwill Point. Oh, it's beautiful out here. Well, I think it's time to make a return trip back. Hopefully in one piece. Shouldn't say that. I think we missed the cutoff in the trail, but that's okay because I think we found what is the Whippoorwill Point. There's a bench here.
And a marker.
And a marker. And there used to be a marker or something here. Yeah, they named this Sandy Cove for a reason. And when we walked around the whole point there, most of it was mud. There. We made it back.
We both did.
We made it back. I'm glad I can still do it.
I'm glad you can too.
So out of the modern story and the modern history story I was telling you about, this is the real history with the Indigenous people around here that were here for thousands of years before that story ever started in 1850. And they call it the healing waters. And it's been important to them for thousands of years around here. Not just the miners who came here and tripped over it, 150 years ago.
I learned something today. Sasquatch is not just an urban myth or sightings or whatever. The Sasquatch was a sacred being to the people that lived here. And you can see in here it says that it was the primary caretaker watching over the land and the resources. So that's cool. Who knew?
Yeah. What does it say here also? Something about as a symbol for the cultural resilience during a dark time of history.
Excellent. We need more Sasquatches around now.
Well, I'm working on it. My hair's getting longer.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my I'll go anywhere the way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
Well, we're just getting back into White Rock here. The round trip took a little bit longer than we expected today, but it's all good. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if so, subscribe and follow along for the rest of our adventures.